At dawn on February 28, 2026, the silence over Tehran was shattered by the largest military intervention in a generation. Codenamed Operation Epic Fury by the United States and Operation Roaring Lion by Israel, hundreds of missiles and stealth aircraft launched a coordinated assault that did the unthinkable. Within hours, the ultimate red line was crossed, the assassination of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei at his office in Tehran. But how did we get here? Why did decades of maximum pressure and shadow war suddenly turn into a full-scale conflagration? Today, we are breaking down the three deep-seated causes that pushed the world to the brink of World War III. The most urgent trigger was the nuclear clock. By early 2026, international inspectors confirmed that Iran had amassed over 460 kilograms of uranium enriched to 60% purity. To put that in perspective, civilian nuclear power only requires 3% to 5% enrichment. At 60%, Iran was a tiny technical step away from the 90% needed for a nuclear bomb. US intelligence warned that Iran could produce enough weapons-grade material for 11 nuclear weapons on very short notice. This created what analysts call a preventive war logic. Washington and Tel Aviv feared that if they didn't act now, Iran would reach a North Korea scenario, becoming a nuclear-armed state that would be too dangerous to ever challenge. The final diplomatic straw came in February 2026 during indirect talks in Geneva. The US presented a hardline ultimatum: zero domestic enrichment and the total dismantling of facilities. Iran's leadership refused, calling enrichment an inalienable right. On February 20th, President Trump issued a 10-day deadline: reach a deal or face an attack. When the clock hit zero on February 28th, the missiles were launched. While the nuclear program was the trigger, the timing was driven by Iran's internal collapse. By late 2025, Iran's economy had entered a terminal, death spiral. The currency plummeted to a staggering 1.4 million rial to the US dollar, and over 50% of the population was pushed into poverty. In a historic shift on December 28, 2025, the merchants of the Tehran Grand Bazaar, the very group that funded the 1979 revolution, went on strike. The US and Israel saw a window of opportunity. They calculated that striking while the regime was distracted by mass internal unrest could induce a total regime collapse. The goal wasn't just to destroy labs, it was to encourage the Iranian people and security forces to take back their country. Beyond bombs and protests, there was a deeper geopolitical war at play. The US aimed to dismantle the axis of resistance, Iran's network of regional allies. By 2026, this network was already reeling. The Assad regime in Syria had been overthrown by rebels, and Hezbollah's capabilities had been significantly degraded by Israeli strikes. Iran had become a leader in the movement to de-dollarize the global economy. As a full member of BRICS and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Iran was selling oil to China in yuan, circumventing US sanctions. By crushing Iran, the US sent a clear message to other powers like Saudi Arabia. Challenging the petrodollar system and pivoting too close to a Russia-China alliance comes with existential consequences. The impacts of these strikes were immediate and violent. Iran retaliated with Operation Annunciation of Victory, launching hundreds of missiles at US bases in Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, and the UAE. They also moved to close the Strait of Hormuz, a choke point where 20% of the world's oil flows. With the supreme leader dead and a three-member transitional council attempting to hold the country together, the world is left with a haunting question. Did the US and Israel successfully remove an existential threat? Or have they ignited a conflict that could spiral into a global catastrophe? What do you think? Was this attack a necessary move for safety or a dangerous gamble that will backfire? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the 2026 conflict.